because this is the only free time I have to do this vlog, and yeah, this is vlog number 2 for MH204, also known as Contemporary American Literature. And yeah, this week the prompt is to pose 5 questions for an author this week, and my author is George Saunders, and yeah, I've written down 5 questions. You probably can't see that. Oops, ooh, that glare is horrendous. Those are coming off. Let's hope I can read. Anyways, yeah, 5 questions for George Saunders, and I have to propose the answer that I would hope for each question. So, here we go. Question number 1. I want to know what George Saunders' inspiration was for Semplica Girls, which was a very interesting story. Question number 2 is, I want to know if the story reflects a realization he had that life is best spent making others joyful. Now, it's entirely up for discussion whether what he did for his daughter made her joyful. I think it was more along the lines of like a huge mess because he wanted money. That's my personal thoughts about that. Question number 3 is, what were his intentions involving money in this story? Question number 4 is, was it really necessary to write a 60-page short story? I mean, I wasn't really doing much this weekend besides laying on a couch reading short stories, and part of that is because this was a 60-page short story, so it was a little ridiculous. And question number 5 is, why didn't he distinctly define what a Semplica Girl was? I know he used a little bit of description, but there was no concrete definition that I found in the story. And my answers that I would hope to get out of this are, well, obviously I want to know what inspired him. I feel like it's very interesting to write a dystopic, futuristic sort of story where like impoverished women are lawn gnomes. I feel like there's something a little bit more sinister going on there. Question number 2, the answer I'm hoping for is that yes, he did in fact have a realization that life is best spent making others happy, be it through monetary gifts or through time spent with other people, because, I don't know, sidetrack moment. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages, and it discusses like how everybody feels loved in a different way, and some people like feel loved when you give them gifts. So maybe that is his love language, and that is how he kind of put himself into the story by like, the narrator, the father, showed his daughter that he loved her by buying her gifts that were extremely expensive, in my taste. Question number 3, I'm hoping that his intentions involving money in the story were to kind of dissuade people from being greedy and from seeing that, or he is encouraging people to see that money isn't everything in the world, because it really isn't. Number 4, I'm hoping that he says 60 pages really was necessary for this story length, or else he really shouldn't have written a 60-page short story, because that was absolutely ridiculous. And number 5, yeah, I really want to know why he didn't distinctly define what a Semplica Girl was. I mean, it's kind of understandable because it's probably a little bit different to everyone. I kind of just assumed that, actually it took me a really long time to catch on, that Semplica Girls were just basically women who stood in people's lawns and were captives there, which is really, really freaky. But, yeah, I kind of just want to know why he didn't define Semplica Girls and where on earth he got the idea. So, yeah, those are my 5 questions for George Saunders, and what I hope to learn from each question, basically. And yeah, so this has been Blogging Times with Amanda. How utterly enthralling. Yeah,